Today we are going to work a lot on Harai Goshi. Harai Goshi. Okay, it's a koshi waza, a hip throw. Okay, Harai means to sweep. Okay, now you'll see a lot of people think it's the leg that's throwing. Okay, if it was the leg that was throwing, then that would be an ashiwaza, yes? But what's really throwing is the hip. That's why it's a koshiwaza. So you get your hip in there, the leg doesn't sweep anything but the air. It barely brushes the side here. Now what that does is that when you come in and you sweep back here, this way here, you see how it lifts the hip up? So it's a leg sweep that's assisting the rising of the hip to launch them over and onto their back. Harai means to sweep, goshi is the hip, so it is a koshiwaza. And you'll see many different formats of it, but it is truly a koshiwaza, okay? So let's start right away with Harai Goshi. Very simply, tsurikomi movement, tsurikomi goshi, okay? One, you notice how I step over quite a bit, okay? So what I want to do is his right foot is there. I want to step slightly past it. At least my toes go past it. I dig my left foot way back into the center, and then I'll turn, and you notice when I turn, my hip comes over, okay? I want to make sure that he's behind me, okay, on my hip, and then this is going to sweep straight back. Now, the key to success here is making sure that this harai ashi, the sweeping leg, goes straight back, that it doesn't go out, okay? It wants to go straight back, so you have to teach it how to do that, okay? All right, any questions? Harai Goshi, hai dozo. You want to get your hip below their center of gravity, okay? So a good measure of that is the kumamusubi, okay? You want to drop your hip below their kumamusubi. So anytime you do Tanokuneshu, you have a shadow warrior there, okay? So when you step in, you notice how my hip is below my opponent, my partner's, yeah, kumamusubi. And then from here, turn, and then as you sweep, can't do it, knee won't help out. Then as you sweep, you rise up, okay? You rise up. Let me see if I can do hirari. 1, 2, here. Turn here, and then as you sweep, you see how you lift up? Like that, okay? Knee's getting better, just not to that level where I'm comfortable doing that, putting that pressure on it, yeah, okay? So first step here, okay? 1, 2. You notice how I'm below, okay? And then turn, and then this will go back, and then lift up, okay, as you sweep. That'll teach you to lift up, raise them up, okay? All right, let's try. Go ahead. Okay, you play a very big part. Watch. Okay, he comes in here. Come in here. Come on, come on. He cannot, right? Because I'm standing there. I'm not doing anything. I'm being okay. This is, see, that's uncooperative. Now watch. Now he comes in here. You see how I just kind of like a willow tree go with the flow? See that? No, I'm not trying to stay upright or anything. I'm just trying to let him do a beautiful technique to be successful. Okay? Uke has a tough job. People do this kind of stuff, they think it's a competition. You make it hard for him. Oh, you make it hard for him, you make him lousy. You help him out, you make him better. Okay? Hai dozo. 10 times each. Nice harai goshi desu. Work on the details now. As you step here, make sure this turns. See that? 1, 2, pow, like that. See that? 1, 2, pow. That way you will ensure that this will sweep straight back. Okay? Okay. Try again. Harai Goshi. I know a lot about this though because this is my tokui waza. I can even show you in a book by the Okinawa Judo Renmei, which is the Okinawa Judo Association. They listed my name is Harai Goshi as a tokui waza. I learned this throw from my algebra teacher. Yes, from my algebra teacher at Kubasaki High School on Okinawa. His name was Richard Fukua. He was the national champion, American, United States national champion. And he came to Okinawa, and in the summertime when we had our 1 month vacation, right? And he came to our dojo and was practicing with us. And he threw so beautifully. So our first day of school, I walk in to the class, we'll all sit down, and in walks Mr. Fukua. I can tell you what, I studied and studied in that class because I did not want to get thrown around by him. He was a very, very nice man. Spent 2 years, I had him for Algebra 1, Algebra 2. Very, very nice gentleman. His home dojo was the Gardena Dojo in Southern California in the Los Angeles area. Very nice man, very humble man. Unfortunately, after spending 2 years of teaching at a military school on Okinawa, he came back. It's a 2-year contract, and he got T-boned by a car and died. Very, very nice man. Okay? Okay, so now we focus on that. Okay? 1, 2, and he's the one that taught me how to spin here, to pivot. Okay? That would help mine, because usually you want to go in so fast, you do that. You see how the leg goes out? So it doesn't have the momentum going back that's going to help you lift your hip. Okay? So, see, all these things are very important. This is from my algebra teacher way back in 1965, something like that. Okay? So here, 1, 2, here, and then sweep back. Okay? Now, at the same time, your tsurikomi movement is very important. So when you come in, you see how I lift up? Okay? Remember, Tandoku Renshu is practicing alone. This gives you the opportunity to focus on the details. But you have to put it, it's like a recipe for a wonderful chocolate cake. You have to put all the ingredients in the right way. So here, first step, boom, okay? Here, boom, boom, okay? Okay? Try and make it look kind of ballet-ish, okay? Go ahead. Now, focus on the tsurikomi. I want to get the step here, okay? The reason why, you notice how my toes went past his? They're not way out here, yeah? They're just past his. Boom, okay? From here, okay? This foot, left foot is going to come right back there. Okay? You see that? Okay? And from here, you can just grab this like this. This probably be easier. So 1, I want you to look at where this is. 2, now you notice when I turn and I pivot with this foot, you notice where my hip is? 3, you notice that the leg didn't hit his leg? Okay? What happens a lot is people come in here like this, and then they go, and they're trying to throw with the leg. That's a different throw. That's not Harai Goshi, that's an ashiwaza. You're trying to throw with the leg, whereas on Harai Goshi, you want to throw with the hip. So we're just going to come here, 1, 2. You see how my hip is over there? Okay? And then just go straight back. See how nice and simple that is? No muscle. What you're doing here is you're focusing on the detail of the first step, sho. Okay? Sho. That's why they call the first step black belt shodan, because it's the beginning, the first step, the first cut of the cloth. That's the kanji in shodan. Okay, the first cut of the cloth to make the garment. If that first cut is incorrect, the garment won't fit, won't come out nice. Okay, so just very simply here, hi, 1, 2, okay? And then sweep back. No muscle. You notice he wasn't flailing all over the place. Just like that, okay? Hi. Do it 99 times each. So, ote, hands, here. 1. See how this comes up? You notice pinky's up? Not this way here, 1. Okay? Lift, pull, okay? Pull, lift, tsurikomi. Okay, here. Boom. Right here. When I turn, look. Okay? When I do the harai movement, this hand is pulling. It's going to pull around like this. And then my right hand is this is the hikite. Left hand is the hikite. That's on the sleeve. Hikite is the pulling hand. Tsurite is the following hand, so it's going to follow. So it kind of looks like a kind of a hook punch, yeah? See, same thing, right? Here, boom, 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 like that. Okay? Now, one of the things when you're doing tandoku denshu that will help you getting that leg to go straight back is that when you come in here, you notice before I sweep, I turn my foot, and you notice how the toe's pointing straight forward? Yes? And then from here, it'll launch itself straight back. If you come in, okay, and your foot is like this, and then you go to sweep, you notice what happens? You see how the toes are pointing that way? So you're not getting the full effect of that leg sweeping motion. So, of course, you're not going to do that when you're actually doing, randori or shiai. 1, 2, here. See that? Practice that method. 1, 2, here, and then sweep back.